I started thinking about my new job as a HPE teacher and how that could be integrated into Plog Vlog, how I could promote wellness to adults through this medium and wellness to children through my schoolwork. This week's Plog Vlog episode is about that and about the concept of salutogenesis, which is the science of what makes us well instead of the science of solving being unhealthy. That sun coming up over there, morning light projects blue light waves into your eyes. The blue light waves reset your circadian rhythm.
Now that my foster father has explained the shift in our approach, let's go to the Prince's Islands near Istanbul in Türkiye. Today, we're exploring restorative sleep. We'll pause for a memory about a chaotic bus ride in Rome, involving a pickpocket trap, and finish with the morning sky gaze, a tiny action you can try tomorrow.
Are you following me? What? Really?
We are on the Prince's Islands archipelago. This first island is a place where cars are banned, the pace is slow, and cats are everywhere. Friends and companions to everyone they meet.
I travel around the world and pick up litter after tourists.
While my foster father tries to pick up litter while cats battle for his attention, I'll discuss a concept called salutogenesis. While modern medicine often focuses on pathogenesis, what makes us sick and how to treat it, salutogenesis asks the opposite question: what makes us well? It focuses on the factors that create health rather than just those that fix disease. Let's define some related terms and the way we use them at Plog Vlog. We view health, fitness, and wellness as three separate approaches to living.
You're a pain in the ass.
Health is simply the absence of illness. You can be healthy according to a doctor, having no diagnosable disease, but still lack the capacity to live the life you actually want to live. You might have no diagnosable disease but still not be able to keep up with your friends on a morning walk. Fitness is different again. We use it to describe a physical state compared to a benchmark or to other people. When someone says she's fit, they usually mean she has high physical capability or a specific aesthetic. Fitness often requires high effort, sometimes so much that it becomes unsustainable or leads to injury. It often relies on artificial exercise done solely for the purpose of becoming fit. Wellness is the goal we focus on at Plog Vlog. We use the term to describe a physical and mental state that allows you to live the life you choose. For some, wellness might mean having the mobility to garden. For my foster father, it means having the capacity to hike, ride, and think clearly. Importantly, wellness is sustainable. It is built through the very activities you want to keep doing. If you want to garden, garden regularly. If you want to hike, then hike most weekends. If you want to understand, set aside regular times to think deeply. However, you cannot choose wellness if your battery is flat. My foster father believes that restorative sleep underpins all of these states. Without it, we lack the biological currency, the agency, to make positive choices. It is at the top of his riddle of steel list, the thing that supports every other choice that makes us strong.
Ha! Styrofoam, our arch enemy.
He is explaining to a cat that styrofoam is his arch enemy. But the real enemy of wellness is a disrupted circadian rhythm. Seeing the morning sun is the primary signal that resets that rhythm. We'll explain the science of that shortly, but first let's see what happens when you try to control a chaotic environment while perhaps not being fully alert. Time for a short intermission. A personal story from July in 1993. My mother Liz and her travelling companion David were in Rome, preparing to board the infamous Route 64 bus to the Vatican. This route was so notorious for thieves that locals called it the Wallet Eater. David was hyper-aware of the threat. He'd grown eyes in the back of his head while working as a bouncer in a rodeo town and had prepared a dummy wallet stuffed with paper. That was placed in his back pocket as a trap. As he stepped onto the crowded bus, he felt a hand slide into that pocket. He spun around instantly, grabbing the thief by the back of the neck and tilting the man's head back so they were locked eye to eye. The thief immediately dropped the dummy wallet, threw his hands up in feigned innocence, shouted, "What wallet?" and jumped off the bus before the doors closed. David felt a surge of victory. His trap had worked. He had outsmarted the environment. He picked up the dummy wallet, feeling smug, and turned to look at Liz. She was pale. Her bag was unzipped, and her purse was gone. In the chaos, a second thief had targeted Liz. Adrenaline spiking, David spotted another man nearby who looked suspicious. He lunged, grabbing this second man by the throat, but the man didn't fight back. He just stared. Doubt crept in. David realized he couldn't just choke a potentially innocent man on a hunch, so he let him go. The man slipped away. The purse was lost. The lesson wasn't just about theft. It was about the limits of vigilance. You can win the battle you prepared for and still lose the war because the environment is more chaotic than your attention can span. David wrote in his journal that night that sometimes you are so busy feeling smart that you fail to be safe.
Look at this. No rubbish, not a skerrick of rubbish around the bins. I reckon we need to make a measure of the quality of the country based on it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. No. Yeah, we need to make a measure of the quality of the country's litter based on how much of it is around bins.
We're back now on the Prince's Islands to put this into practice, as my foster father expresses praise at how well the locals, and perhaps the tourists, have kept the place litter-free. Let's look at the mechanism behind why the morning sky gaze helps us be well. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-control and decision-making, needs deep sleep to clear out metabolic waste. Without this clearance, executive function dips, making the hard wellness choices, like choosing to go for a walk or eating well, feel impossible. To ensure you get that sleep, you need to set a timer. Research indicates that the blue light spectrum found in morning sunlight hits specific sensors in your eyes called melanopsin receptors. These receptors signal your body to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and effectively start a countdown timer for sleep that night. This is the practical tool. Seek out the morning sky gaze. It resets the circadian rhythm to ensure your agency battery recharges the next night. Here is the tiny action you can try. Step outside within 20 minutes of waking up. Look at the sky, not directly at the sun, just at the bright sky, for 2 to 5 minutes. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to meditate. You just need to let the light enter your eyes to tell your biological clock that the day has begun. If you want to build wellness, start by protecting your sleep.
Hello, sir.
I go around the world,
Yes.
going to different places, picking up litter,
Yeah.
and just to encourage other people, put it up on social media to encourage other people to pick up litter, but there's not much around here.
And the best way to protect tonight's sleep is to see this morning's sun. On screen now, you'll see the next episode shining on the left and compilations on the right. And please pick up 5.